Most companies hold meetings, but they can be organized in different ways and have very different purposes. Different countries also have different ideas about how to run a meeting. Most meetings have an agenda, that is, a written list normally makes of things to be discussed. In Germany, this is usually very important. People prepare for the meeting carefully and will often come to the meeting with statements and reports which relate to particular items on the agenda. For this reason, German business people do not generally like changing the agenda at all. This contrasts with some other countries like France or the UK, where people sometimes change items on the agenda at the beginning of the meeting. In France, people also tend to discuss different issues together, instead of talking about one thing at a time. The purpose of a meeting is also different in different cultures. In Germany, people usually make decisions in meetings, whereas in France, meetings are normally seen as a place to share information and make suggestions. The boss normally makes the final decision after the meeting. In some Southern European countries, such as Italy or Greece, people often favor informal places for discussions. What is said in the bar or over lunch tends to be as important as what is said in a meeting. In Japan too, decisions are not normally made in a meeting. All the discussions usually take place before the meeting, sometimes out of the office. The meeting is the place to announce officially what has already been decided. Si trabajas o quieres trabajar en una multinacional, estas son algunas de las cosas que te puedes encontrar en una reunión. Hoy hablaremos de este tema, como siempre repasando vocabulario y terminología muy interesante. Are you ready to start? Let's go! First of all, let's analyze different reasons for holding different types of business meetings. It could be to produce action plans, exchange or pass on information, build teams, motivate sales staff, solve problems, brainstorm ideas, stimulate creativity, or to take decisions. Now, let's see some interesting vocabulary related to meetings. To set up means to organize. Chair is to lead or supervise a meeting. Call off is to cancel, and put off is to postpone. Adjourn is stop temporary. Skip means not attend, and interrupt is to disturb. The phrases I am going to tell you now are typically said at meetings. When you agree, you can say, "That's right," "That's true," or "Yes," and blah blah blah. When you disagree, you can say, "I'm not sure," "Yes, but." Ask someone's opinion. Don't you think? What do you think? Introduce your opinion. Susan, I think that. Well, I think. Personally, I think that. Si te está gustando el vídeo, te pido que me dejes un like, ya que a ti no te cuesta nada y a mí me ayuda muchísimo a crecer. Y si eres nuevo por aquí, suscríbete a mi canal porque subo vídeos todas las semanas en los que hablo de Business English. Y si tú crees que tu nivel de inglés es bueno, pero con esto te das cuenta de que en realidad toda esta terminología se te escapa, eso es porque sabes inglés, pero no Business English. Si quieres mejorar tu carrera profesional, debes tomar acción y hacer algo al respecto. Te invito a que visites nuestra web inglesalacartaonline.com, en donde ofrecemos cursos y servicios de inglés para profesionales de los diferentes sectores laborales. Visita nuestra web y encuentra tu sector. Now let's talk about the new phase of face-to-face meetings. It is well known that facial communications giant has always stressed in-person meetings for its expressions, hand gestures, voice tone, and they provide more clues to listeners than the words themselves. Conference calls, email, texting, video conferences, social networks, and other forms of communications are all crucial elements in building and maintaining business relationships. However, none of them captures the impact of meeting someone face-to-face. In-person business meetings, later than these, develop transparency and trust in ways that are not always possible with other forms of communication. We should consider the capability to host a hybrid meeting. This means to incorporate remote attendees into a face-to-face meeting. More and more companies don't see a black and white divide between face-to-face meetings and virtual ones. Both are complementing each other. In past times, the company might have had a team of account or technical personnel at a key meeting, but now they might send 2 people in person and have the rest participate through video conferencing. As a result, the company trims meeting costs while still giving customers a true face-to-face experience, which is very important. Experts say companies must strategically determine how to integrate face-to-face meetings and new technology based on specific objectives. For example, many companies are using technology for preliminary discussion or training, followed by in-person meetings to build relationships, present critical information, and move forward on a project. In addition to this, use of social media is also gaining momentum. Con toda esta información, decide tú qué tipo de reunión crees que es mejor para ti y tu equipo y cuál quieres tener. Porque no siempre las cosas salen como uno planea. Por ejemplo, aquí en la academia tenemos reuniones semanales que originariamente eran sentadas. Revisábamos la orden del día de una manera muy relajada y era el momento de juntarnos, como dije al principio, para build team, ya que el trabajo del profesor es muy solitario. Uno está mucho con sus alumnos, pero no pasa tiempo con sus compañeros de trabajo. Entonces, las reuniones semanales eran ese momento para juntarnos y hacer equipo. Pues resulta que yo hice un curso de productividad en el que aconsejaban que las reuniones sean cortas y de pie, ya que eran muchísimo más efectivas. Bien, pues al cabo de un tiempo este año hemos decidido volver a hacer las reuniones sentados porque sentíamos que de pie y yendo directo al grano perdíamos justamente esa sensación de equipo. Eso que creo que es la esencia de nuestras reuniones semanales. Así que es por ese motivo que hemos vuelto un paso atrás y creemos que las reuniones sentados son lo mejor para nuestro equipo. Te aconsejo seguir trabajando tu inglés de negocios con estos vídeos que te dejo por aquí, porque la única manera de crecer laboralmente es formándote y aportar un valor añadido a tu empresa que nadie más puede aportar. This is not just English. This is business English. Bye bye.